Hello everyone, this is Gmodfourever showing off something that I made recently over the span of a week or so for a game mode I'm working on. Somewhat ironically, this system is probably the most complicated part of this game mode. So basically what it is a simplified version of WireMod, custom designed for this game, though it could probably be generalized for anything should anyone want it. So basically I'm just going to spawn a few things here, okay, and briefly go over what each of them are. Okay, so this device here, and yes, I am using WireMod models, just because. This device right here is referred to as the player interface. And basically how this system works is it's initially designed so you could rig up different things for ships, such as thrusters and weapons and such, and allow multiple people to control different parts at once. So basically how it works is these things will be wired up in some order to a player interface, and whoever is using the player interface has direct control via the keyboard, and I will show that shortly, to whatever is wired to said interface. So for example, you could have one interface be rigged to thrusters and another to weapons, and you can have those two players control those two devices. So with that being said, I'm going to wire these things up. So this right here works as a flow gate or a control, and basically it has two states, on and off. If it's on, then things will pass through it, and if it's off, then it won't. This way you can control various things. So if I hit use on this, it brings up the device controls, and I will name it flow gate. And I will assign the toggle control to, I can pick any key on the keyboard. If I wanted, I can pick numpad 1. Or I could pick normal 1. I could pick spacebar. I could pick left click. I'm going to use num key 1 for this. Update controls. And then this right here is just a placeholder, and all it's for is testing that the circuitry works. All this thing will do is when the messages are completed, it will just print something on my screen. So all I'm going to do is hit E on this, and just like the other thing, I can change its name. This will just be test, and it also has settings that I can choose. So toggle for this thing will determine whether it prints continuously or only when I press it. I want it to print continuously, so I'll keep it at 0 to keep it on. Print rate, it'll print once a second. And as you can see, it says change the first number to modify the setting within the range provided. So you change these, and these are the minimums, these are the maximums. Come over here, and the print control, I'll make that shift key, why not? Update controls, and then I come over here, use my wire tool, and I simply wire that to go to the flow gate, and the flow gate to go to the interface. So now if I come back here and look at this, we see two different arrows. Red arrows represent input, or things that are transmitting to the device, and blue arrows are output, or devices that it is transmitting to. I can also hit reload on this crossbow, and it will change to show me all of the wiring, so I don't have to look at things to see what goes where. Okay, with that being said, everything is all wired up, so I will start interfacing with this device. And we can see, if I can just bring up my cursor here, we can see that over here we have flow gate, and underneath that we have the test device. Okay, so now if I were to just press the shift for the print, nothing happens, other than me turning on sticky keys. I should have thought ahead. Okay, however, if I hit numpad 1, you see that turns the flow rate white, which means it's now active. And now if I hit the print, it starts printing. And if I turn flow gate off, it stops. And that's a basic example of what this system can do. And the packets can be modified on whatever device. Like for example, I have it set so, you know, these packets that are being sent through the test won't turn the device off, and just flicker it so you can see every time it calls. And that's really about it. Took me about a week to do. It's completely customizable. Could be stripped out of this game really easily. and it does everything I want. Once I have something actually interesting to see, more than just a message board, I'll probably make another video. Okay, so turn that off, and that's it.